There are a lot of times I will ask God. God, please. I know I have a daughter out of wedlock, but my husband doesn't have. And at the point in time, God just gave me complete peace because I just asked God to help him. Whatsoever God wants to do, let him just do. And I think God helped him. And a lot of times I will ask him questions. How does he feel? How does he feel? Should we adopt?
When I came into this marriage, with all confidence that since she had a child before, it's easier for her to still have children. We noticed that she will get pregnant, but it will go down. It continues that way. I encourage her because I know feelings from parents, from friends, from people around will discourage her or hurt her much. But one thing that God kept me to look at it is that marriage is not about a child. God joined us together, two of us, to live together, whether there's a child or there's no child.
My husband was always protecting me. In short, there are a lot of things that I want to believe it doesn't make me hear. He was always around and he was always defending me. That I know. I remember there was a time we had challenges with my mother-in-law concerning it. And thank God for prayers. And one day I just saw my husband woke up in the night and sat down in the middle of the sitting room. What is the problem? He was just amine and talking alone. It doesn't concern me. I think the problem was when he was coming from work, he went to the house, to the family house, met his mom, and there was a challenge probably on something like that. I don't know, maybe it's a new wife they wanted to give him, but it was very serious. In the sitting room, in the middle of the sitting room. And he was, no, he's going to deal with this issue. I should just go and sleep. And that was how I went back. I prayed. I encouraged him, let's just go and sleep. But it was later I now realized what the challenge was. And the challenge is all about not having a child and the rest of them. But the truth about it is he was very defensive. He was always protecting me. He has never for once made me feel out of place concerning this issue.
Marriage is not about a child. Marriage is God joined us together, two of us, to live together. Whether there's a child or there's no child, we can live successfully and enjoy our marriage. And that's what kept me. Though I've prayed so many times about it, I asked God. So many times though I've not told her, but I said, God, my wife has a child. I don't have a child. Will I go like that? Or you want to keep me like Abraham?
When we started, none of us knew that we're going to end up not having our own biological children in this marriage. In short, I will say we went through a lot of medical investigations, examinations, tests, operations. So in short, I even became a test specimen for a lot of doctors, and a lot of money went into it. Because the doctors were really working with me, and maybe because they saw our faith and they saw that, there was no medical challenge as per body challenge. He does not have one. I don't have one.
That gave me courage to continue to live as a child of God. We don't have any problem within us to say we quarrel to an extent that I feel that pain to say, let me get out of this place. No. We're all Christians. We have any problem, we call upon the Lord.
Because any challenge we have, we run back to God. First, run back to God. And then we don't sleep without settling our quarrels, if we have one. Even if you sleep, we wake each other up.
The last doctor that spoke to us, he said, we can get donors, right? We can get donors. There are women that give their eggs that they donate to us. And he also said that as long as the child does not come from us, we don't know what will come up of the child. Because if the donor is comes to give us a child that will affect the family, then how will we take it? So with that, it just discouraged me on that aspect, that if it is not us, I didn't marry anybody outside. I married my wife, and I don't see any need to go and look for any egg or whatever because I want to have a child.
My husband will say, marriage is like discipling somebody. If you have somebody you want to disciple, you will do everything to win the person to Christ, irrespective of how painful it's going to be. So I have seen marriage like that too. He is my discipler and I am his disciple. I am his discipler, he is my disciple.
It came to my mind that we can bring children into our house and live with them as if they are our children. This is Shadrach, Eunice is here, and myself during my birthday, my wife here, and Justina is here.
Justina came in, and Shadrach, then eventually Eunice came in as a result of crisis. We went looking for one to adopt, and then we got somebody that is a complete orphan, and that's Eunice. And so the three of us are eventually living as a family. He's a man after God's heart. And if I have the opportunity to marry again in heaven, yes, he is that kind of a very quiet kind of person. He's very, very firm. If he says no concerning a thing, it's no. If it is yes, it is yes. And I think people outside know him with that. I've not had challenges in marriage to the point that I don't think there is any day that my father or my siblings had to come in to this marriage to come and see me crying or having one challenge or the other.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe.